Hey guys, welcome to another Force of Will news. I apologize ahead of time for the audio quality and probably overall quality of this video. A lot of stuff going on both with my personal work schedule, and I have a road trip I'm going on and different things like that. So I want to still get these videos out to you guys, so just going to have to sacrifice certain things here and there in order to make that happen. But yeah, so we'll get right into it. Oh, and if you missed it, I put up a video yesterday summarizing all of the ARGs that happened last week. So if you're curious about that, as it relates to Force of Will news, essentially, go ahead and watch that video to sort of get a rundown of that. So first off, Jordan did confirm that there will not be, not only no Vingolf this summer, but he said for the entire year of 2017 there will not be a Vingolf. He acknowledged that he did say they were going to be moving to 2 Vingolfs per cluster, but certain things happened and that didn't happen with Lapis cluster, but they still have plans to do that moving forward, so hopefully in the Rhea cluster we'll start getting those 2 Vingolfs per cluster going forward, but that kind of sucks. We gotta wait a little bit longer for Vingolf 4, especially with how great Vingolf 3 was. He said that spoilers for the star decks are going to begin soon. He doesn't have an exact date, but it should be next week, but it could be the week after, so next week. I don't know if it'd be starting on the usual schedule of Monday night, I believe, or if it'd be Thursday night, but that's what he said. So either next week or the week after is when we might be starting to get spoilers for the star decks. If you guys forget, the star decks are going to be coming out a couple weeks before the actual set comes out. So once the spoilers finish for the star decks, it's probably a transition to the spoilers for Ancient Knights, or even the hybrid of both of them at some point. He did say that during the next cluster, the Rhea cluster, there are going to be a lot more cards like Zero's Magic Light. I think another card that was mentioned was Absolute Cake Zone. Cards that really work off of whatever ruler you're playing with. So Zero's Magic Light obviously is a great card for 2 costs just on its own, but if you play it with 0, it's only 1 cost. So different things like that interact with their rulers and probably interact with the cards themselves, similar to how Will of Hope works, is what we're going to be seeing a lot of next cluster. So we've seen a little bit of here, start to see probably a good taste of it is the Will of Hope and Will of Despair cards, and so that's sort of a good preview of what's going to be coming out next cluster. He did also say that as of right now, there are not going to be any more God's Arts in the Rhea cluster. He said that could always change, but as of right now, there are no plans to do any more God's Arts. I had mentioned that before, I think, but further confirmation of that. And he did give at least a small update, kind of that they are still working on the figurines of Force of Will characters that will be coming out at some point. He's still not sure when they're coming out, but they'll be coming out, and they'll be starting with the Grim cluster, so Grim cluster characters, and if they end up releasing more waves of those, it'll keep moving up, so Grim cluster, then Alice cluster, and so forth. He did sort of like hint, maybe I misheard, but it sounded like he was sort of hinting that there might be something else going on with him outside of just being normal figurines, so not sure what that could mean, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay. I missed this part, but apparently he also did confirm that when the spoilers for the star decks start, the Ancient Knights spoilers will start up around that same time, so I guess they'll be doubling up with spoilers, so I don't know if they'll be alternating, like Monday night is star decks, Thursday night is star decks, Thursday night is the normal cluster.
Actually, guys, at the video, if you remember when Curse of the Frozen Casket first came out, they had the starter decks come out to where their spoilers were Sunday night our time. The Tuesday night was the part 1 of the set spoilers, so the new Rhea cluster, and then Thursday night was part 2 of those set spoilers, and I think that's how it's going to work out when this comes out. And back to Colin.
Is the normal cluster or a normal set, or if it'll be more days added in, or if they'll try and push out the star decks as quick as they can. Not sure what will be going on with that, but I guess we'll wait and see. If you guys were looking forward for anything Force of Will related at the Anime Expo, he said there most likely will be nothing Force of Will related there, but he said they will be at Gamma Expo or something like that. And oh yeah, and when asked about the new Split Heaven and Earth promo, if you guys haven't seen that, it features a cool looking character on that, and people are wondering what character that is. He did say it's no character. It's a new original character, and as of right now, he's just named it Split-chan. I don't know how you Split-chan. Joey's gonna kill me, but that's what he's naming it as of right now. So he's really gunning for it to be named that, and that would be pretty awesome if it was actually named that. But it's no actual existing character, essentially. He also said regarding the spoilers that they probably won't be spoiling the draft rulers, so if you forget, starting in the next cluster, the booster boxes will be coming with basic stones and 5 draft rulers. These draft rulers are separate from the rulers that are inside the set itself, and they're mainly meant for draft. He said they're going to suck outside of draft. They're not strong enough to survive out there, but they're mainly just for draft. So, but he said they probably won't spoil them just because they're not worth spoiling. They're just random draft rulers and stuff like that. So if you're curious about that, you're probably just going to have to wait to buy a box or wait for people to post pictures of it, which we'll probably cover here. He said that Friday, I think this Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time, so Friday our time, the next Ruler League promo cards are going to be released, and he said they're Japanese-themed summertime, not beach-themed this time around. There'll be sort of summertime in context of what Japanese people do during the summer. I don't know what that is. Joey probably knows, so you'll have to go tell Joey to make a Joe's Corner about what people do during the summer there. But he said one of them will be pretty sad in context of the actual storyline if you follow the story. But he says still a very pretty piece of art. And he said they did have an idea for a promo card apparently that was Zero standing in the back watching Kaguya pray at Feasting's grave or shrine type of thing. And it was going to be a summer promo, but he said they ended up scrapping it because they felt it was far too heavy-handed for the game. And that's probably true. It'd probably be a good piece of just art to have, but as a promo card, be kind of be kind of out there. He did say in the Rhea cluster there's going to be a lot fewer human type resonators and things like that, and a lot less human support. So that'll be kind of cool. Get probably some interesting variety there. And if there's no human support, that probably just means there's pretty much no humans, because like he keeps saying that the next cluster is going to be very supportive of the new types of cards and races, different things like that. So if something doesn't have support, it most likely is pretty equivalent to non-existent probably. When asked if there's going to be new mana types in the next cluster, he said technically no, and that technically could refer to the fact that things like Moon, where Moon was technically a new type of stone, something new, stones that were created to tap for and had different effects, but it's technically not a mana type, so we might be seeing something like that in the next cluster. And if you guys follow lore, he said that the first Echoes the New World lore will focus on Mariabella and Prisha, and it should be sad because it focuses on her past with Magina, so for following lore. And he reiterated, I keep reiterating this in the news, so just so you guys know, keeps reiterating that Space Panda is not in space. He's just surrounded by gems. He's still cool with the Space Panda name. He really likes it, but it's just gems. He didn't have any updates on banning Horn of the Sacred Beast and Wanderer, but when asked about it, or pressed about it rather, he simply just reverted back to wait for the Wanderer ban list to come out, which is in September. So whether that means he'll be banned, and to be fair, the person who's brought it up asked if they would be banning Horn or Cheshire Cat's assistants, and that's sort of what he was responding to, of wait and see in September. So it wasn't a definitive no. So I guess we'll just wait and see in a similar way that we waited in finding out the Love ban. So it could be something that contributes to that FTK kill that they could be banning, which really is just Cheshire Cat's assistants or Horn. So I guess we'll just wait and see. Yeah, so that's all the news for Force of Will, at least. As far as the channel goes, like I said, I'm going to be going on a trip, so I do have some videos lined up. I have 3 different deck profiles coming out, so you can sort of look forward to that. I have a deck profile for an updated Soul list, the new Wanderer ruler. I have a list for him I created, and for that Spear deck I keep telling you about, I have all those lined up to be released at different points while I'm gone, as well as hopefully we'll get some games recorded. I was going to get some stuff on Lackey recorded, and then Lackey went down apparently. So I'm going to try and see if it's possible to get some stuff recorded before I leave. If not, my apologies. If you guys are still here watching this, there's also, we have our Discord chat for TCG Scrubs. Once again, if you guys want to talk about different things, Force of Will news, our YouTube channel, different things like that. and we're going to be looking hopefully to, once Lackey's up and running, to get some people to play some Lackey games with us so we can get some more deck variety and get you guys more involved and throw this video up on our channel and stuff. So yeah, and that's about everything. So we'll see you guys next time.